Have you ever pondered the effects of a colossal solar storm on our planet? Let us untangle this galactic conundrum hand in hand. Solar storms, alternatively known as geomagnetic storms, are disturbances in Earth's magnetosphere incited by the solar wind. These blazing disturbances originating from the sun can cause widespread destruction on our planet, and one is projected to occur in the year 2025. In the past, solar storms have been responsible for power blackouts, disruption of satellite communications, and even setting telegraph offices on the most powerful solar storm in documented history, the Carrington event of 1859, resulted in auroras visible as far south as the Caribbean. Fast forward to the 21st century, our dependency on technology is at an all-time high, which makes us more susceptible to these heavenly storms. The anticipated solar storm of 2025, with its colossal energy, could overshadow anything we've witnessed in the past. This impending solar storm could have far-reaching implications that surpass anything we've encountered before. But how do we know about this upcoming solar storm? Well, the detection and prediction of solar storms is a fascinating blend of science, technology, and a bit of anticipation. Our understanding of these phenomena begins with continuously monitoring the sun. This is done with the help of solar observatories and satellites equipped with specialized instruments that can observe the sun's activities in multiple wavelengths. These instruments help us to detect solar flares, sunspots, and coronal mass ejections, which are key indicators of a potential solar storm. Now, predicting the occurrence of solar storms is not a straightforward task. It involves complex computer models that use the data collected from solar observations. These models simulate the dynamic behavior of the sun's magnetic fields and the solar wind, which is a stream of charged particles released from the sun's upper atmosphere. By analyzing these simulations, scientists can predict when and where on the sun a solar storm might originate. But it doesn't stop there. Once a storm is detected, we need to predict its path and its potential impact on Earth. This is where space weather forecasting comes in. Much like how meteorologists predict weather on Earth, space weather forecasters predict conditions in space. They use data from satellites that monitor the solar wind and Earth's magnetic field to predict if and when a solar storm might hit Earth. So let's talk about the 2025 prediction. This prediction is based on a combination of these techniques. Scientists have observed an increase in solar activity, and their models indicate the possibility of a significant solar storm. Satellites monitoring the solar wind have also detected signs that suggest a storm might be on its way. Remember, these predictions are not set in stone. They're based on the best data and models we have, and they're constantly being updated as we get new information. So, we're expecting a solar storm in 2025, but what does this really mean for us? The impact of a solar storm is not something to take lightly. When we talk about the potential consequences, the range is broad and quite alarming. Let's start with one of humanity's greatest achievements, satellites. These marvels of technology, floating in the void of space, are integral to our day-to-day lives. They facilitate our communications, guide our vehicles, and even predict our weather. But a solar storm of the magnitude predicted for 2025 could disrupt these satellites, causing glitches, malfunctions, or even total failure. The result? A cascade of problems, from lost communications to inaccurate weather forecasting. Then there's the power grids. These intricate networks of electricity supply are vulnerable to the intense electromagnetic fields generated by a solar storm. The resulting surges could potentially cause widespread blackouts, leaving cities, even entire countries, without power. Imagine living without electricity for days, weeks, or even months. The impact on our daily lives would be immense. We must also consider the increased radiation exposure. Solar storms are essentially massive eruptions of high-energy particles from the sun. These particles, when they reach Earth, can increase the levels of radiation in our atmosphere. This could have detrimental effects on our ozone layer, our planet's natural sunscreen, protecting us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. Damage to the ozone layer could lead to higher levels of UV radiation reaching the Earth's surface, affecting not just humans, but all forms of life. Lastly, we need to talk about the potential effects on Earth's natural habitats, water supply, and overall climate. Increased radiation could affect the chemical composition of our atmosphere, leading to changes in weather patterns and climate. Our water supply could be affected too, with potential changes to the water cycle. And our natural habitats? They could face disruption or even destruction, as the delicate balance of ecosystems is thrown off kilter. The effects could be widespread, and they're not just limited to our planet. The solar storm could reach far beyond Earth, affecting other celestial bodies in our solar system. The potential impact of a solar storm is truly a cosmic concern. What about us? How would this solar storm affect humans? The answer is, quite significantly. The increased solar radiation could potentially harm the ozone layer. This thin layer in our atmosphere plays a key role in protecting us from the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays. If damaged, we could see a rise in skin cancers and other health problems related to increased exposure to UV radiation. But the implications go beyond health. Our societies could face severe disruptions. Picture this: your daily commute, halted because the traffic lights are out, your cell phone useless, the internet gone, hospitals struggling to operate without electricity. Our modern life as we know it could grind to a halt. And let's not forget the potential disaster scenarios. Imagine a plane flying high in the sky when the storm hits, or an oil rig in the middle of the ocean, both heavily reliant on satellite navigation. The 2025 solar storm could change life as we know it in ways we can't even imagine. While the potential impact can be daunting, it's not all doom and gloom. We have strategies and solutions to mitigate the effects of the solar storm. Reinforcing our power grids is an essential step. By strengthening the infrastructure that delivers electricity, we can ensure that our homes, hospitals, and businesses continue to function. Improving satellite technology is another crucial aspect. By developing satellites that can withstand the storm's intense radiation, we safeguard our communication networks and GPS systems. But what about us, the ordinary people? There are measures we can take too. We can protect our electronic devices by using Faraday cages or similar shielding technologies. We can also prepare for potential power outages by having backup power sources and emergency supplies at the ready. And let's not forget the importance of staying informed and sharing knowledge with our communities. The impending solar storm of 2025 is indeed a significant challenge. But like all challenges, it presents an opportunity. An opportunity for us to innovate, to adapt, and to strengthen our resilience. With preparation and resilience, humanity can rise to the challenge of the 2025 solar storm.